Hi, I'm Keith McAvoy, CEO of Success That Works and founder of Supercharge Academy. So anyway, if you're thinking about why does Keith have bags under his eyes at the moment, just had a brilliant weekend. It's the annual Cub Scout camp. And yeah, I think I've moaned about being a Cub Scout leader. I moan because I feel I have to, because no one sane would actually go and hang out with 40 kids between 9 and 12. It's a head wreck, but it's a really cool head wreck. But anyway, we just had the annual camp, so it's 3 nights away. There's about 900 cubs in all in this camp. And most years I moan about it in advance because actually you get no sleep, but it is so cool. It's so cool. The problem is as a result of that, I'm backed up. I have so much stuff I haven't gotten to. I have a course I've got to go and try and record. I'm rushing these videos because I need to get this video out to you guys. I know I'm running about a week late on this. So yeah, mad catch up. But on the camp I had an amazing experience. One of those experiences where you don't think you're going to have. And oh, thank you. Thanks, Kira. Really? Oh, come on. Look, okay, for the camera, here's my Cub Scout, my neckerchief. There you are, and there's the camp neckerchief. This is the last time you're going to see it. Anyway, so on this camp, it was night 2, and they've a typical Cub Scout. They have a huge bonfire, and around this bonfire they have it's almost 900 kids, and then another 150 adults. So just over 1,000 people sitting in a big circle, and usual huge bonfire, and these sort of leaders sort of singing and interactions going, kids having a great time. And next thing the announcement comes up and it goes, oh, we have an announcement, we have a Cub Scout who's going to perform in front of you all. And it's grand, it's great. It's Emma from 18th Meath. And we're like, oh, that's our Emma, because Emma wears one of these. So next thing Emma, and she's like 10, and she's about this size, and she comes up a bit meekly. If you know Emma, she is so full of confidence, right? But she's not meek. But when you see her this size in front of 1,000 people, you're just like, uh-oh, what's going on? Anyway, she wanders on up, and she gave me probably the best lesson in presentation skills, something I've completely forgotten about. And there she was in front of everyone, and it was a big aha moment for me. Because if you think about presentation skills, right? All it is you're standing in front of people or sitting down or on a Zoom or a Skype, and you're trying to engage essentially with an audience, yeah? That's all it is you're trying to engage, just like I'm trying to do with you guys. Hopefully you're paying attention, right? But I'm trying to engage with you, and I'm trying to get my message across to you, and hopefully you're getting messages out of it, and you're having aha moments, and hopefully it's a bit enjoyable, and you're getting something out of it. And it's down to me to figure out, well, how do I do it? Well, she, in a nutshell, she cracked it, absolutely cracked it. So this little, 10-year-old, so it comes up in front of 1,000, and there's a little bit, if you can imagine with that many people, there's a little bit of chit-chat going on, and so the Cub Scout leaders go, and next thing, silence, absolute silence. And you could really hear people whispering. And she starts off with this song called Fred the Moose. And if you've ever been in Scouts, you know how a lot of these things go. You sing a line, and then the audience sings a line back. And you sing another line, and the audience sings the same line back. So she started down this song. So she gave out the first line, and a little tiny bit of noise back, and she goes like this. Sings out the next line, noise, shouting, everyone coming back. So straight away she did a little bit of interaction, got the audience going. And then, if you know the song, it basically sort of goes on. There's 2 or 3 verses that everyone knows, and then no one knows the last few verses because they're all always made up. So you get through the 2 or 3 verses in about 2 minutes, and then it's just like, what's going to happen next? And sure enough, she played it to a T. Big smile, again, in front of everyone, and you think, what's she going to say? And you can almost see everyone leaning forward. What am I going to sing next? Yeah? Absolutely captivated them. And she came out with this line about basically the moose. Eventually, the moose sort of banged his head, and you're thinking, oh, that's a bit unusual. Grand, so everyone sings back and forward, and then complete silence. And she goes, basically says the moose died. Now, I don't know about Cub Scouts, but Cub Scouts between 9 and 12, you don't kill off the heroes, yeah? She killed off the hero. And it was brilliant. You could hear all the laughter going around, all the campfire, totally engaged. And then the chorus is like a way-oh, way-oh. And the last one, she goes, and everyone's back, yeah? And that was it. And she goes, oh, rest in peace, and the usual. And off she goes, rapturous applause, absolute, brought the house down. And you're sitting there, first of all, it was like, crap, because I'm in charge of all these 40 kids, or our section, so I had to leg around and grab her before I lost her and amongst everyone. But you wouldn't have missed her because everyone's like slapping her on the back and congratulating her. But you just think, what an amazing achievement. So proud of her. But yeah, at the same time, I'm thinking, I've got to copy some of that. I've got to re-remind myself about how she did that and what exactly it was, because it was a absolute textbook example of what we should be doing in our daily lives when we're trying to present to people. And the things I got out of it was basically the inclusion part. How do you elicit a response from your audience? And if you're not trying to elicit a response, well, basically all you do is talking to them, yeah? So, have you heard that? Did you hear that? Yeah? And you go, yeah, that's me trying to elicit a response from you, yeah? Yeah? So it's little tricks like that is you need to be asking questions all the time, just little questions, like, and trying to get yes responses back is brilliant. But even just people to go, oh yeah, no, they're talking to me, and he's asked my opinion, and I can say yeah, or I can nod my head. Little questions going on, and here's a really cool one. If you really want people to feel part of the group, you need to make sure that they feel they're interacting with you. And a really good way in a presentation, you can't get everyone to go way oh, back to you, yeah? Doesn't work in a corporate setting, guys, okay? But here's what does. You can say, how many here are ... Yep, I am, yeah? And then you can ask another question, and your goal is to ask 1 or 2 questions where everyone in the audience has said yes to, okay? Even if it's, how many here are male? Yep, I'm male. How many here are female? Yep, I'm female. Everyone's now included. They all felt, it's one of those psychological tricks. It's really cool. But it's great because people feel part of your presentation. And the second thing you could do is polls. And again, how many of you bump? Because again, and what is great is you see other people participating. So maybe you're not one of them, but you're going, oh, actually. And then if you're at the front, you're going, yeah, about 50% or 70%. And it was, oh, yeah, okay. Because everyone's learning from the interaction that you've got with everyone else. Yeah, really cool way of doing it. And the third one is, of course, call outs. So doing something that's slightly unusual and focused on someone or even all of your audience, but basically calling it out and bringing them into your presentation. So when I'm talking here and I say, hey, you know, like Bill, remember when we were talking about the last time we did a video, and yeah, actually, did you edit that? Oh yeah. We had a bit of an issue. We actually went live with a video that I didn't edit out the little bit at the beginning of it. You might have seen that. Oh, Bill's taking responsibility. Cool. Yeah, it was Bill's fault. But by calling him into the presentation, like I've just done with you now, right? He's now part of it. He's actually smiling and he's engaged this time. He's not just going, where are you guys? So you do that to bring people in. Yep, so they're the 3 call-outs that I'd give you for this week. Again, think about when you're there in a presentation, whether it's a meeting or PowerPoints or Zoom or wherever you are, how are you going to engage with your audience? And you know, if you get the chance to sing a Cub Scout song, it works. Do that. Thanks, and I'll see you next week. I've got to tell you something really cool and really important. So that was Emma, remember the Cub Scouts? So that was night 2. On the day of day 4, so Sunday morning, they had an award ceremony for all the 900 Cubs there. And guess who won the Cub Scout of the whole camp? Emma. It was so proud. Did us well. So anyway, so their presentation skills, not just from a normal Cub Scout, from an award-winning top Cub Scout. So if you enjoyed this video and found it useful, I've got 2 things that you can actually do right this second. The first thing is click the button just here and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and that means that you won't miss any future episodes from me. And the second thing that you can do is, if you click the button just here, is you can sign up for my weekly newsletters, which have loads of free tools and insights and lots of really cool stuff that basically will help you to go and earn your worth in a job you love with a great work-life balance, because you so deserve it.